Today, we're in Bowling Green, Ohio, where I look at a sandwich. Jeff forgets what forks are. We're eating on campus. And cupcakes? This is Jeff. He's a fitness enthusiast, a longtime vegan. Overall, he's the kind of guy that takes care of himself.
This is Adam. No.
We're traversing the land. Jeff's taken me to his favorite vegan spots, where I'm going to find the most delicious items on the menu that anyone would enjoy.
Adam will be taking me everywhere else, where I'll hope to find something vegan on their menu. Where will we end up?
We're in the jewel of the Midwest, Bowling Green, Ohio. There's a ton to do here. For instance, the National Tractor Pulling Championships have been held here since 1967. But let's be honest, if you're here, it's either directly or indirectly because of this school, Bowling Green State University.
BG has strong athletics programs including football, hockey, soccer, baseball, softball, gymnastics, tennis, and basketball.
Okay, we are in Bowling Green and we are at SamB's. It's an institution here, so we're going to go inside and take a look.
All right, let's go check it out.
SamB's is an institution in Bowling Green. Named after playwright Samuel Beckett, this place opened up as a sub shop in the 70s and has been a great place to meet in BG ever since, where you can do things like look at this painting of Winona Ryder cosplaying Princess Leia at the Kentucky Derby. They have an expansive menu with many vegan and vegetarian options. I opted for a traditional Reuben with some fries on the side. And let me tell you, this was no Roger. This was a Reuben.
I went with their special for today, which was a vegan fettuccine alfredo with Brussels sprouts. A little bit different than the typical vegan option that you'd expect at a place like this.
Oh yeah, let's go.
For some traditional American fare and a slice of Bowling Green history, you can't go wrong with SamB's. So let's see what Jeff's got lined up for us.
We decided to drop in across the street at Grounds for Thought. In business since 1989, they carry used records, books, and of course a variety of coffees and pastries. What we really came for was some of Seema's sweets. Seema's is based out of nearby Toledo.
I went with one of the green tea cupcakes, which was the perfect complement for my latte, because I'm a huge hipster.
I went with the golden Oreo cupcake, which was delicious. Grounds for Thought is a nice little spot to hang out, especially if you're looking for some great vegan desserts.
All right, we're at the Oaks Dining Center here at BGSU. We got a nice little vegan spot inside, so we'll check that out.
And there's a lot that's going on all over in here, so let's get to it.
The Oaks has a large variety here for the students to choose from. We decided to see what interesting foods we could find throughout the hall, while having Shoot's Vegan Buffet as our main.
The best part about the food is that there was a lot of it. I went with a Cuban sandwich, some potatoes. I think that's like a lasagna. I got some of the ragu with some rice. The ragu was great with the rice. There's some cake. I think that was vegan cake.
Put rice in it. That's what that's missing.
I tried quite a few different things, but I have to say that the highlight for me was the mushroom ragu. And as Adam said, adding the cilantro rice to it just kicked it up a notch. The chocolate cake was really good as well. The Oaks is a cool on-campus spot with a nice variety. Overall, if you're a student on a budget looking for some vegan options, you can't beat all you can eat for $10.
Okay, so my pick in Bowling Green was SamB's. It's kind of an institution there. It's been open since the 70s. I want to say like maybe 72. I'm not positive, but sometime in the 70s. A lot of it's your basic American sort of fare. It's basically the way it came across, both in the atmosphere and the food. It's a lot like if you wanted to go to some place like an Applebee's or TGI Fridays, but you wanted the people that work there to kind of give a shit about what you're eating, rather than, hey, eat this. Not that they're forcing food on you, but that's neither here nor there. But it was good. I had just a traditional Reuben with some fries, which is apparently a recurring theme. I get those a lot. I like a Reuben. I like sauerkraut. And it was really good. Again, it was a lot like food that you would get at, kind of a chain sit-down American-style restaurant, except actually good. And there's not really a lot to deconstruct about it. I mean, it was a Reuben, they put it together well, it tasted good. The fries were really good. They were kind of, not necessarily battered, but extra crispy, which I liked. But yeah, like I said, not a whole lot to dig into there. It was a good sandwich, and that's what it was.
All right. I went with it was a special for the day. It was the vegan fettuccine Alfredo. Kind of like Adam said, it was pretty much what I expected from that type of place. That's not a bad thing. There's never been a time that fettuccine has just completely blown my mind. So it's what I expected. There was Brussels sprouts in there. I like Brussels sprouts. I like fettuccine. It was pretty good.
Fettuccine Brussels sprout. I don't know that I've ever had that, but that sounds good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Okay. And between our visits, we also stopped into Grounds for Thought, which is a coffee house, bookstore, sort of hangout place in Bowling Green. And the reason we stopped in there was Seema's Sweets, which you know all about.
Yeah, Seema's is based out of Toledo. Her main place is Star of India, where she sells her whole variety of cakes, pies. I think she even has dog treats, all kind of things. But she does have her cupcakes and other things around different places in town. So she had a couple of her cupcakes over there, so we wanted to go check them out. Which one did you go with?
I had a green tea cupcake, which was fantastic. I'm not sure if it was also the green tea frosting, but it was super good. But I like junk food in general. It's hard for me to not like junk food.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was real good.
I had the golden Oreo cupcake. I'm a huge fan of Oreos, cupcakes too, so it was a perfect combination. It was great as always. Honestly, I've had a lot of her desserts and I've never been disappointed.
Yeah, for sure. And then your spot was over in the Oaks.
Yes, it was the Oaks Dining Center. It was right at the university, BGSU. The main place I went with was Shoots, which was a vegan buffet. But what we decided to do was try to see what we could get from all the little different food spots within the food hall.
Because there were a lot of them. There were probably like 7 or 8 different
Easily.
individual spots, and all of them had different offerings
Yes.
to spread before you.
Yeah.
It's- because that's how they do it. They just throw food out.
Offerings, yes. So I went, got quite a few different things. Got this mushroom ragu. I believe I'm saying it correct. It's basically just like a real hearty soup. I think traditionally they use beef. This had mushrooms. They had a little cilantro rice on the side, which on Adam's advice, I threw that in the ragu and it actually made it a lot better. So I had, I think, butternut squash, some green beans, and chocolate cake. And I may sound stupid here. There was a place I got some Asian noodles. It was FYUL, which I just realized like about 10 minutes ago was probably fuel.
That's the ticket.
Yeah. That was one of their, most of the places would have something small that was vegan. One place I think just said banana peppers. So I mean, I tried to get a little something from that I could actually make a meal out of. So
I think they have pickles.
pickles, yeah, something had pickles. Yeah, so yeah, I went with the Asian noodles there along with my meal from Shoots.
I also had the ragu and rice from Shoots, which, again, it wasn't. Neither of them were bad on their own, but you dump the rice into that, and that was a pretty good take. I don't remember exactly what the other spots in there were. I know I got a Cuban sandwich from somewhere. Got some noodly stuff. Might have been some of the Asian noodles. I got some lasagna.
Yeah, there was lasagna.
There was lasagna.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was all, none of it was bad. This is important to point out. None of it was bad. But it's a buffet style restaurant on a college campus. It's exactly what you would think it is.
It's $10.
Right.
So
You're paying to eat a lot. Like, you're not expecting to go in there being like, this is some serious gourmet shit.
right.
But none of it was bad.
Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't something that I was just like, oh my god, I can't eat this. But at the same time, it's food for college kids. It's
Yeah.
somewhat, affordable.
You're paying for quantity.
Yeah.
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 So, overall, we want to talk about SamB's. There was, again, it's traditional fare that you would get at an Applebee's at TGI Fridays, just a little bit better. So, something like that, I put it like, both like a 4-1. Like, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Happy with it.
I'm going to be kind of grading everything on a curve just simply because if these if these same places were in Toledo, Chicago, Detroit, they would probably get a pretty low rating. But you're talking about a very small rural community that the majority of the town is related to the university. So to be able to find, for me, vegan options in a place like this is already a pretty big deal. So I would say as far as SamB's, I said fettuccine's always good. Never been something that's blown my mind, and this was pretty much right what I expected. So I'd probably go upper 3s, 3.8, 3.9, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that's a good take that I didn't even think of. Like, if you're in BG, these are your options, and you're happy that they're the options, and you're happy that it's not bad food by any means.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible.
But say if there was like a savory grill situation like we went to in Fort Wayne.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, that's the spot.
Exactly.
So yeah, comparatively, that's a good take.
Yeah.
I like that. And then we gonna do the shoots on its own or the oaks collectively?
Let's just do the oats collectively.
Okay.
Did I call it the oats?
I think you did.
They don't think of Daryl Hall and John Oates here. Oats. All right, so same thing. I'm grading it somewhat on that curve of 1, it's a dining hall. There's a bunch of different places in here. While it's open to the public, this is targeted to college students.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, while all college students aren't broke, you do have a lot of broke college students. You're talking about $10 all you can eat. They're not going to put too much money and effort into making these dishes. They're like, we're just going to go for quantity, give you as much as you can, and they're going to make it taste decent, so you'll come back. You know, so overall, those Asian noodles, I hate to say, they kind of knocked the grade down because they were exactly that, just noodles.
Just noodles.
Yeah, I don't recall any kind of sauce or flavor. They pretty much boiled some maybe rice noodles and threw them in a bowl with a little sprinkling of some sort of green leafy thing on top. Just a little bit. The shoots itself, I really did enjoy the ragu, and I always love butternut squash, so that was pretty good.
Everything butternut, am I right?
Wow. I don't think he is right. That's a little tough to grade on that as well. You know what? I'm gonna go right the same as I did SamB's. I'm gonna go with a 3.8 or 3.9. It's there. The food. If you're a college student, I think it's probably perfect. You know, it's not a place I'm going out of my way, even though it's Bowling Green is less than a half hour from my house. Probably not going to make the trip to go there, but if I'm in Bowling Green, if you're in Bowling Green, it's actually a pretty good place to stop.
Yeah, for sure. I'd probably put it in the exact same spot you would, probably 3.8-ish, just because that's exactly what it was. Like, you're paying for the quantity, and you'll be happy with what you get for what it is and what you're paying for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're liking the content, please like, subscribe, and share.
Absolutely. So, this has been Jeff. I'm turning Japanese. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.